In 1919, a brilliant scientist came to Steiner. He'd mastered every meditation, developed clairvoyance, could even heal with his hands, but Steiner refused to teach him further. "You have power," Steiner told him, "but no reverence, and power without reverence creates black magicians, not initiates." The man stormed out, furious. 2 years later, he returned on his knees, because he'd discovered what happens when spiritual force meets an irreverent heart. The abilities he'd gained had nearly destroyed him. Welcome back, evolving souls. For 16 days, you've built powers. Today, Steiner reveals the one quality that determines whether your development leads to wisdom or catastrophe. The feeling so essential, he said, without it, all spiritual exercises become poison. Here's what modern spirituality gets dangerously wrong. It's all about gaining powers, opening chakras, developing abilities, becoming special. Steiner said this approach creates what he called occult egotists, people with spiritual abilities but no spiritual maturity, and they're more dangerous than materialists. Listen to what Steiner actually taught from his 1912 Helsinki lectures. Reverence is not an emotion, it is a cosmic force. When a human being feels genuine reverence, they align with the same power that holds planets in orbit and makes seeds become trees. Without this alignment, spiritual forces tear the unprepared soul apart. He wasn't speaking poetically. He meant this literally. Ancient mystery schools knew something we've forgotten. Reverence isn't weakness, it's a technology. It literally changes your energy field to safely conduct higher forces. Think of it like electrical grounding. Try to channel high voltage without grounding, and you fry. Try to channel spiritual force without reverence, and you fragment. Friedrich Rittelmeyer documented a profound demonstration. A student was practicing intense breathing exercises, trying to force Kundalini awakening. Steiner walked in, took one look, and said, "Stop immediately. You're building force with no vessel to contain it." He then taught the reverence exercise. The student later said it saved his sanity. But here's the beautiful part. Reverence doesn't diminish power. It multiplies it safely. Steiner distinguished between types of reverence: reverence for the wise, learning humility; reverence for nature, sensing the sacred; reverence for suffering, transforming pain; reverence for the future, serving evolution. Master all four, and you create what he called the chalice that can hold any spiritual wine without cracking. Steiner predicted our current crisis. He said, "A time will come when humans have tremendous knowledge but no reverence. They will manipulate genes, split atoms, reach the stars, and feel superior to the cosmos. This irreverence will threaten humanity's survival." Sound familiar? We're living his prophecy. But here's what's incredible. Steiner said developing reverence retroactively heals past spiritual damage. It's like cosmic insurance for your development. Every moment of genuine reverence deposits what he called protective gold in your aura. This gold becomes armor against your own unleashed forces. The exercise I'm about to teach you builds reverence systematically. It's not about feeling small or subservient. It's about recognizing your place in the cosmic hierarchy, neither worm nor god, but human. Some might feel resistance. The ego hates reverence. That's exactly why it's essential. Sit with dignity, but not pride. Steiner said the posture itself teaches reverence. Upright enough to receive heaven, humble enough to touch earth. Begin with 3 breaths of acknowledgement. First breath, I acknowledge forces greater than myself. Second breath, I acknowledge wisdom beyond my understanding. Third breath, I acknowledge my place in the cosmic order. Now bring to mind something that naturally evokes reverence: a sunset, a newborn, the stars, the miracle of your own heartbeat. Feel that quality, not thinking about reverence, but feeling it. Where do you feel it in your body? Often it's a softening in the chest, a quieting of the mind. Now Steiner's first deepening. Think of someone wiser than you, not necessarily famous, perhaps a grandparent, a teacher, someone who's walked paths you haven't. Feel reverence for their journey, their accumulated wisdom, not worship, recognition. You're not diminishing yourself. You're acknowledging the beauty of experience beyond your own. Notice how this feeling creates space inside you. That space is what receives higher wisdom. Arrogance is full. Reverence is empty and ready. Second deepening. Bring to awareness the natural world. A single flower contains mysteries no scientist fully understands. A tree processes light into matter through alchemy we can describe but not replicate. Feel reverence for nature's intelligence. Every ant following pheromone trails, every bird navigating by magnetic fields. Intelligence everywhere, teaching without words. Third deepening, the difficult one. Think of suffering, yours or others, not to wallow, but to recognize. Suffering has been humanity's greatest teacher. Can you feel reverence even for pain's teachings? This transforms karma, Steiner said. When we bow to our difficulties as teachers, they release their grip. Final deepening. Feel reverence for the future, not what you'll gain, but what humanity might become. Children being born now who may solve problems we've created. Evolution, continuing its patient work. You're part of something magnificent and unfinished. Feel your place in this cosmic artwork still being painted. Now Steiner's integration. Let all 4 reverences blend. Past wisdom, present nature, transformed suffering, future potential. You stand at their crossroads. In this state, Speak inwardly. I am student and teacher, receiver and giver, child of the past and parent of the future. I bow to what made me and what I might make. I am a humble participant in cosmic becoming. Rest in this quality. This is your protection, your grounding, your qualification for higher initiation, not your powers, your reverence. Slowly return, but keep a thread of this feeling, like a background hum of recognition. You're part of something infinitely greater than yourself. Take 3 breaths to seal this quality into your aura. Breathing in humility and strength. Breathing in wisdom and wonder. Breathing in your cosmic citizenship. When ready, open your eyes. How different does the world look through reverent eyes? Not smaller, more magical. When you truly see, everything becomes worthy of wonder. That scientist who returned on his knees, he later became one of Steiner's most effective healers. He wrote, "My powers without reverence made me a spiritual tyrant. I could see auras but judged them. I could heal but felt superior. The abilities turned toxic. When I finally learned reverence, the same powers became servants of love. Now I heal by bowing to the wisdom in disease, not conquering it." Steiner prescribed finding 3 things daily to feel reverence toward. Morning, something in nature. Afternoon, something in another human. Evening, something in yourself, the hardest. Reverence, he said, is like watering a plant. Daily drops create the garden. Sporadic floods create mud. Here's something beautiful. Steiner taught that human reverence literally strengthens what he called the hierarchies, the cosmic beings guiding evolution. Your reverence doesn't just protect you, it feeds the very forces trying to help humanity evolve. I'll leave you with Steiner's most essential warning and promise. The irreverent soul who gains power becomes a destroyer, even with good intentions. The reverent soul who gains power becomes a healer, even through their mistakes. Choose carefully which you cultivate, for the cosmos will amplify your choice 1,000-fold. Today, you've chosen reverence. The cosmos takes notice. Place your hand on your heart. Feel yourself as a humble note in the cosmic symphony, not the composer, not the audience, a grateful participant in the music. This is your protection. This is your power. This is your path. Reverence makes you safe for the mysteries to approach. Tomorrow, day 18, the 4 Temperaments meditation, balancing your inner nature. Discover why Steiner said you can't transcend your temperament, but you can harmonize it into genius. But today you've built the foundation that makes all further development safe. Guard this reverence. It's worth more than all the powers combined. Until tomorrow, protected souls. May your reverence be your strength and your powers serve love.